Saints. We want to know, man. You think we're going to win today?
Yeah, of course.
All right, we want to know what's the key to beating the Eagles today?
Running the ball, man. Running the ball. Keep the ball in African American hands, man. That's about it, man. That's about it.
Yeah, you know, Saints have trouble with some like rushing quarterbacks, right?
Yeah.
You think we're gonna be able to stop Jalen Hurts today?
Yeah, man. We gotta put a couple QB spots out there. Hopefully, Willie Gay is just he just be roaming Jalen Hurts, and hopefully we'll just contain him like that.
I want to know. So, what's the key to beating the Saints today?
Jalen Hurts don't turn the ball over, and the defense got to make stops. That's it.
Yeah. Now, you think y'all are gonna win today?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of Eagles fans here. Y'all travel pretty well.
Yeah, I know, right? A lot of.
We're walking down the street, and I'm just
a lot of green on Bourbon last night.
What's that?
A lot of green was on Bourbon last night.
There was a bunch. I saw the videos.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a little nerve wracking, just a little bit seeing all the Eagles fans. But what about you, man? What you think we're gonna win today?
Oh yeah, I know we're gonna win.
Oh yeah. So how is it? Y'all are buddies?
My cousin.
Oh, all right. I got you, man.
Born on the wrong side.
So how do you think we're gonna win? What's the key to beating the Eagles today, then, man?
They can't stop the run game.
You gotta stop them.
Yeah, they can't stop our run game.
All right, we'll see. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Definitely.
You think we're gonna win today?
Absolutely.
All right. So what's the key for the Saints to win today?
Don't let Jalen Hurts get us.
Yeah.
That's the key. Offense, we're fine. Defense, contain him. I don't want to shoot out. I want a near 30-point win.
Oh, yeah. Me too, man. Me too. Hey, I'll tell you, we've interviewed an Eagles fan, some Saints fans. You know, they said, containing Jalen Hurts' run. Yeah, that's what beats the Saints in the past.
Yeah, 100%.
Remember Josh Dobbs? That was terrible.
I remember, yes.
So we just got to make sure that kind of stuff doesn't happen. But
Hold Hurts.
So what do you think? What do you think the score is going to be? You think it's going to be a blowout or?
I do. Give me 31-14.
All right, man.
What's trying to stop us right now?
I know.
31 is the worst case scenario.
We haven't. Yeah. Until they stop us, keep running up the score.
Until they stop us.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
Hey there, Saints fans. Welcome back to Talking Saints. Here's the deal. We gave you a couple days to mull over the loss. Yeah. We have the fan interviews before the game, so we had those before the video. You saw those, but
now we're back. We're done sulking, so we're here to continue the Talking Saints.
Yeah, Alex had to break into my room because I was he came to my house, broke into my room, pulled me out to do the show today. Finally stopped sulking over it. So here we go. We're ready to go. But all of that, throw it out. Doesn't matter, because you know what this week is, right?
It's hate week.
It is hate week.
Falcons hate week.
We hate them. I don't think there's a team I hate more.
Time to roast some dirty birds.
Like, at the end of the season, if we've only beaten the Falcons twice, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, we're getting Arch Manning.
You know what I mean? If we ended up, our season was just 2 and whatever, and
He's joking.
What's the guy say? Was like the one guy the interview? Nothing like 2 and 8. We're like 2 and 8.
Kurt Benkart. Oh crap! We're not gonna be the Falcons this year. But no, I mean honestly, if you had to just win one game a year, it's always gonna be against the Falcons because we hate the Falcons. They're our rivals.
They are. I mean, it goes back. I had someone ask me a new Saints fan that we've brought into the limelight of Saints fandom, and he asked, why do we hate the Falcons so much? I'm just like, have you watched the Saints-Falcons game yet? He goes, no. I was like, you'll see.
It's chippy. It is. We hate each other.
You can just tell.
Which is, it's like, some people want to say, NFC East and AFC North rivalries are just historic. But we went to the Saints game last week, and there was a Cowboys and an Eagles fan.
Yeah.
That were there.
Oh, my goodness.
And a Cowboys fan was talking to the Eagles fan. He's like, we on the same side this week. And I'm like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, Tripp, did you just hear what this guy said?
I said, hey, man, I'm not going to lie. If a Falcons fan said that to me, I'd laugh in his face.
Never in a million years. I don't fight people, but like if a Falcons fan came up and said, we're on the same side this week, I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't say a word.
What's the Kurt, the staring guy meme?
Kurt Angle.
The Kurt...
No. We do not mess around with the Falcons. We are not fans. I don't even have friends that are Falcons fans. It's that serious.
I'm just gonna let you know. Anytime we play the Falcons, you don't have to worry about what my guess is going to be for the the expert panel. We're gonna win. I have us winning. I'm never gonna say we're gonna lose to those
pretty
losers.
Much owned them for the last 3 decades. We were like 13-7,
Yeah, it's
12-8, and we're 6-2.
It's crazy. Yeah, we completely are taking care of business.
Even in their best years and our worst years, like it's always Saints find a way to make it competitive.
Yeah, and it's always a fun game. And then, like you said, I think it's one of the best rivalries in the
sports,
NFL
yeah.
because it's always because the Cowboys and the Giants have a rivalry tonight. This is a Thursday night. No, those are not.
Boring.
It's always 30-0. Like,
Yeah.
How's that a rivalry? It's a beatdown.
I get Tony Romo versus Eli Manning was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Who their quarterback the last 5 years just atrocious. Daniel Jones, no fun to watch. And I mean, let's go ahead and get into it. They had a pretty solid offseason. They kind of seems like they fumbled their first round pick, but they brought in an established quarterback in Kirk Cousins who's played well. He's 1-2. He struggled the first game. Played against in my opinion the best defense in the NFL and the Steelers. The other 2 games, he won against a very good team that we lost to, and then he also lost to the Chiefs.
Did he win against the Eagles, though? Eagles should have won that game.
Eagles should have won that game, yes.
Saquon Barkley fumbled the ball, literally. Not literally, but, he literally dropped the ball that would have been the first down.
Yeah.
They easily could be 0-3 right now.
Yes,
Which
but
I wish.
they have gone and competed against really good teams. They should have won that Chiefs game. They should have won. The PI at the end of the game took them out of it. So this is a good team that is, it's gelling together. They played better every single week. I think you can agree with that.
Yeah. I'm here's the thing. Let's just you know what? I'm gonna save that point. Let's just go over some of the injuries real quick, and then I'll go into my point because it's important. We would have beat the Eagles. Eric McCoy doesn't go down.
Yeah, and it was brutal. We looked
disappointing.
Entirely lost out there. I'm not going to say we were driving easily down the field, but we were methodically pacing down the field. We got in the field goal range. McCoy goes down, and all heck breaks loose. It's after that. Seems like there's pressure on every single play.
Yeah.
Can't figure out how to create holes in the run game. Also, Taysom Hill being out hurt us
100%.
on all the 4th and short, 3rd and short situations. That's such
even in his blocking, he's been such a good blocker this year.
He had such a dynamic role to our playbook that it's just losing him. Was
as
huge.
much as we joke about Adam Prentice and all that, because we met the guy, cool dude,
Cool
right?
dude, yeah.
But Taysom clears. He does it all, and it's crazy. I was talking to somebody today about it. They're like, "What's up with Taysom?" I'm like, "What does he do?" And I was like, "Yeah." Yeah. He's like, why do they do that? Why do they keep? Because he can. He can throw. He can pass.
Teams, kick returner, punt returner, quarterback, running back, halfback, fullback, tight end, gunner. That's him, dude. He's just a special football player, and he may only get you 300 or 400 yards a year, but every one of those yards is just so ridiculously productive.
Yeah, in the last 2 days, he's been full practice. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
He was kind of close to being back with a lung.
A bruised
lung. Oh, my goodness. Scary.
So you'll probably see him in the thick rib protectors this week.
Which means that he's going to hit even harder.
Oh, goodness.
He's like, extra protection.
We need him with those thick rib protectors and a guardian cap every single game.
I'm serious. Yeah, why not?
I don't get the stigma where these NFL players, won't put the guardian cap on.
Lante Taylor, he was out on Wednesday, but he's practicing today from an illness, or he practiced today.
So he's just kind of dealing with maybe a cold or something. He should be back.
Yeah, he full practice today. He'll be back. Same thing. Alvin Kamara was they're kind of limited him. I really, really, really hope, and I know it was always a problem in the preseason, but I really hope Kendrick can come back and hopefully start splitting some of those pressures off of him, even though I have Alvin on my fantasy.
He's dynamic. You can put him back in that backfield, and he can run. He can run outside up the middle. He can catch the ball. He's not a one trick pony. He's solid. I don't know how his pass protection is because. You only saw him in 4 or 5 games last year. So.
Yeah, and he didn't get much practice this offseason as well. So hopefully Alvin can, get a little bit of pressure off of him here soon, but still, he's still our boy.
Yeah,
he's him.
Cal.
Where would you, this is a quick side, and I want you, this could be our question of the week. I know we sometimes do that, sometimes we don't. Where does Alvin Kamara rank in the top offensive picks for the Saints all time?
The picks?
out of all of our offensive picks of all time, where does he rank? Is he? Here's the two.
I don't know when Willie Rofe was drafted. If you're talking about I mean, I would say that, if they were both picked 101 overall, I would say that Alvin Kamara has been a better draft pick than Marcus Colston. But because one was picked in the third and one was basically Mr. Irrelevant. Yeah, value.
So take out there where they were drafted. Alvin, I checked
straight up, he's blindfolded. I'm picking Alvin Kamara. He's
the best.
He's been our franchise, probably our best outside of Jabriz. Willie Rofe, maybe a guard or tackle here or there. Yeah. He's been our greatest offensive player we've had.
He's on pace.
Touchdowns alone.
He's on pace to beat the RBR all-time rusher at the end of the year.
Yeah, he's going to pass Mark Ingram. I think he's around 6,500 rushing yards.
He's only 600 left or something like that.
I'm sure he's already there, all-purpose yards.
Anyways, so that's our question. Feel free to answer it if you'd like.
Yeah, let us know.
I know Jimmy Graham's in there. You got these people.
Oh, yeah.
He's really good.
Jimmy Graham would
Marcus Colston won a Super Bowl.
Jimmy Graham would have been a Hall of Famer if he stayed with the Saints.
I think so. That's Sean Payton's fault, though.
Yeah.
But look, DeMario isn't playing with a hamstring, but he'll play. Caesar, he hasn't been playing, but he'll play. Another one that's interesting, although he hasn't played, is A.T. Perry did not play today due to a hamstring injury.
Yeah, this dude.
It's disappointing because he really fits what we need. But
he's a big physical guy. What we saw from him last year during the year, I really expected him to take off, and
I thought he was a certified 3 for us this year.
I thought he was too, and all the stuff here in training camp, preseason, behind closed doors, the things you were hearing about him were not good. From the media.
And it's just not necessarily attitude wise, just practice wise. It just doesn't. He's not having good practices.
Yeah.
But I think we've been talking about it. He shows up on the field though.
Yeah. My whole thing is the guys he's practiced against were probably Shamar Jean Charles and Rico Payton. I mean that's
yeah.
That's a whole nother thing. You can't just discount the guys that he's going up against in practice because those
our defense
our 5th
in
and
general.
6th string corners. I mean, they can go have actual roles on other teams.
Yeah, and I wonder if that. I know. Here's the thing. Just quick thought because I just thought it was you were saying that because I was thinking on a 1-on-1 if Shamar Jean Charles was up against A.T. Perry 1-on-1, no scheme, nothing. I wonder how it translates because I think a lot of our defensive power comes from the scheme.
Yeah.
And being able to rely on the other people in your area. Like Shamar Jean Charles is cornerback, 3.
Yeah.
By himself may not work, but because he's working in our scheme under Dennis Allen, he kind of hides weaknesses. You know what I mean?
I think that.
But who knows?
One player who kind of got outplayed last week, unfortunately, was Paulson Adebo on that left side.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith kind of had his way with him. I didn't really even see Lattimore get targeted at all the whole game.
I think he got targeted once, and it was a throw out of bounds.
Yeah, they threw it out of bounds. I mean, it's just Lattimore is he's been quiet, but he's garnished so much respect.
That's such a good thing.
People don't throw at him anymore, and I mean, I'm cool with it. Have Tyrann Mathieu cheat over there and help out somebody on the other side.
Yeah, and we're gonna need him this week because, Drake London, he's had a pretty decent season, man. He's had a good season, Their injury report, I know they're actually out their center as well. Their center got put on IR, if I'm not mistaken. And then they're without one of their tackles as well. So they're going to be down 2 linemen. I'm looking at the injury report. There's Jake Matthews is technically not playing, but it's because his wife's they're having a kid. They had a kid today, so good for them.
Congratulations, Jake Matthews.
We hate the team you're on, but we hope for a successful fatherhood or whatever.
I hope your baby grows up to be happy.
I hope he grows up to be a Saints fan.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't.
Well, I don't know about that. It equates to happiness.
The Falcons, poor kid. I mean,
Matthew Judon and Bajan Robinson were also limited.
Okay.
A hamstring injury for Matthew. What's up with the hamstrings this year, man?
A lot of soft tissue injuries.
And then Bajan Robinson has a shoulder injury. Actually,
good to go.
I will say this. I think the reason there's so many extra soft tissue injuries this year, on the reports, is because any type of injury, no matter what it is, has to be reported that week. So even though Derek Carr is full practice this week, because he had a little bit of an injury, they still have to report it.
He got banged up pretty good on that last play.
Said it the wind knocked out of him. But, look, We've been talking about it. This is a very important game, especially having
Very pivotal.
McCoy out.
Especially with Tampa being 2-1 as well. We really want to be ahead in the division.
Yeah, and they play the
Especially
Eagles
playing-
this week.
And we play Kansas City, followed by Tampa. I mean, this is a hard 3-game stretch. Really hard.
If we can come out of this next 3 games handling business against our division rivals, if we lose to the Chiefs and the refs, that's fine.
And Taylor Swift. It's a Monday Night Football game.
She's very
She'll be
good.
there. She'll be there.
She's a really
Yeah.
good football player.
And the nepotism is crazy. Her brother, DeAndre Swift, has a running back role.
Isn't that
on the
annoying?
Bears. He's terrible. He's terrible. He's literally just has that job because his sister is Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Shout out to you, DeAndre Swift. You're ruining my fantasy, buddy. I traded him away. I got Tony Pollard, which that's worked out. So look, are we going to beat the Falcons? Yes, of course. There's never going to be a doubt in my mind. In all seriousness, we have to handle business this week. Having Taysom Hill really helps.
Yeah.
Taysom loves beating up on them dirty birds, especially at their stadium.
It's gonna be a tough game.
It's going to be a loud, pumped in. The crowd's going to be pumped in really loud
I'm
this
sure
week.
there'll be a lot of Steelers fans there.
Yeah, isn't that weird? They were
Just kidding.
they have so much pump. Like when we were there, they pump in crowd noise. They actually got in
Yeah.
trouble for it.
Dallas did that too. It was crazy.
It was weird. It
They
was
had
really weird.
90,000 people there, and they weren't very loud.
Expert panel, which we actually, real quick, we did some research into why the expert panel was never received this week. He sent it to me,
I texted it to him.
but it never came to me.
Yeah, he's like, no, I didn't get anything.
He's like, I showed it to you.
I was like, yes, I did. I scrolled up.
check it out.
Huh. So,
And then I showed you. It's so weird. It's
Yeah.
like, the Falcons stole our expert panel.
had
You know
one
what?
of those,
That's the reason we lost last week. Is because the expert panel never.
Oh.
It got lost. The Eagles hacked into our phones
the
and stole it.
mainframe.
But look, here's the expert panel. We'll see how what it goes. Like we haven't seen it yet. But there it is. Wow. Whoa. That. Ooh.
Ah,
Wow.
That's a surprising one.
You see that one?
Yeah.
But again, I think we're gonna win this week. I think we have to.
Yeah, I think as long as our offensive line can show up a little bit better than they did last week, I think we got it. The Eagles pass rush is a lot better than the Falcons in my opinion.
I agree.
They still got Grady Jarrett over there who's solid, and Matthew Judon will be big for him. But
Yeah.
the Eagles front and defensive scheme scares me a lot more than
I
the
agree.
Falcons do.
Well, I think that's going to be about it for our show today. It's an important week. We got to beat them dirty birds. So, let's lock in. You got anything else for us,
Oh
Alex?
yeah, we just appreciate all y'all's support. Just remember to like and comment on the videos, and if you aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe.
You need to subscribe. We will hunt you down if you don't.
Yes, exactly. And just we're gonna go to some games here. Not this away game in Atlanta. We're missing this week, but any home game, come and find us. We love talking to you guys. We like to go to walk-ons before a game. So if you
Come find us at Walk-Ons.
So come and have a drink or something.
Hang out with us,
or-
yeah. But look, we always say as always and all that, but this week and, a couple weeks from now, we're going to add a little something extra, and that is screw the Falcons, man. Screw
Yeah,
them.
screw 'em.
Screw them. Screw them. We'll see you Sunday.
See ya.
Talking Saints.